Hey guys, welcome to Raj Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing today? Hope you guys have had a great week in the market. What a crazy week in the market. What's even crazier is winner, winner, chicken dinner. We have had up days every day this week. Some days not so much, some days a lot more. But just playing our steady system, like I said, got us back on track, and so excited to be able to announce to you guys that we are back in the black or the green, whichever color you'd like to use, black or green, for this year. So we went from being up and down and $1.7 million to a full comeback, and now up this year over $100,000 and growing. Every day we're going to keep going up. So, well, maybe every week. We'll probably have, I'm sure we'll have some hiccups in there, but everything's working out as planned. You know, like I said, what we're doing is not the most exciting right now, but it's slow and steady, and it's going to make us a lot of money before the end of this year, get us back on track, and we are going to outperform all the markets. You just watch, wait and watch. So, but hey guys, hope everyone's been having a great day in the market, and I'm sure you guys playing all sorts of stock. Just crazy stuff going on with Tesla moving to Texas officially, and this bipartisan deal for the debt ceiling. You know, is it approved, not approved? They're still arguing it, but is it going to get, I mean, obviously they're going to approve it. You know, they can't shut the world down, but let's take a look. Up 65, almost $66,000 today. What we have going on, obviously, is our one stock we're playing is Lucid, and as predicted, like I told you guys, it was going to sit around $23 to $25, and it's pretty much held steady at this $24 level. Could drop a little bit. 22, 23, it's going to sit somewhere around here, and but you know, in a couple of weeks, when the news of the delivery of the first cars comes out, they're in production now, they're making the cars. When the delivery of the first cars comes out, that is when you're going to see, that's right, you're going to see this stock go. You know, back to 27 or 28. It's not going to 50 bucks. It's not going to 100. You know, my astronauts, they don't have to tell me about Lucid. Like I said, I've been following this stock long enough, just like I follow Apple. I almost jumped in on Apple the other day when I was 138. But it's the same thing. The premiums are just so pathetic on Apple. You just can't make any money. You know, buy 500 contracts or sell 500 puts to open for 50 cents and, you know, make 25 grand for the week. So we got to play stuff that's more volatile, that's more out there, and obviously Lucid's one of them. So here's what we have going on. I did start moving some contracts out, and the reason I wanted to move some contracts out is, one, it's a large position, it takes some time, and I've just been kind of messing with the market maker. I love, you guys know I love playing with these guys. So here's what's, you know, and I was looking at moving out some more around 65 cents, because that's what the spread is, 66 cents. I'll show you some of the moves I made this week in playing with them. But here's the thing. The stock's at $24.38. Excuse me. So basically, let's say 40 cents, and let's say this was 20 cents. You've got 60 cents. So if Lucid tomorrow went down to $23.40, that would be where this would still equal basically the same function, but if it are, you know, at, well, or excuse me, 60 cents. So if it went all the way down to $23.80, so we have 60 cents here. If it goes all the way down to $23.80, this 21 cents is still 21 cents. I buy that position back, but this 87 cents will probably be about $1.05, $1.10. So either direction. Obviously, this position would lose some money tomorrow. This position would be flat. We wouldn't be in the green tomorrow. It would be off a little bit. But going into the next week, it would be much bigger. So definitely, it's worth the wait. So sometimes, like if Lucid was going to drop, now this is where, you know, it could get ugly. Let's say Lucid did drop to $23, this 21 cents would go to $1. And at $23, this probably wouldn't go to $1.87 to sell it. This would probably, well, maybe $1.50. No matter what, if like I said, I have a lot of confidence in it. I'm watching what it's doing. I think the right move is let this tomorrow go down to. I mean, the ideal situation for me tomorrow would be this thing's around, you know, Lucid goes down 30 cents tomorrow to, you know, $24.10 or something. Buy this back for 10 cents. Let this go to $1. I mean, God, if we could sell, you know, a couple of 2,200 contracts at, a buck or something. It's huge into next week. So, because like I said, this is the jackpot. We're just playing the progressive jackpot. It's every week if Lucid hits, it hits. If it's above, it definitely hits. If it's in below, we just keep riding out and picking up that money. But on 3,000 contracts a week, if we can pick up between 50 cents and $1, this could be between $150,000 and $300,000 a week on that progressive jackpot. But we just have to hope Lucid stays somewhere in that range. If Lucid, like I said, gets too far out of it or runs too fast or goes down too fast, then you have to pick a new range. So that's basically what we're doing, and hopefully it will all work, and it's working so far. And we're back, and I'm just so happy of this epic comeback and that we are up for the year. We're up $122,000 for the year, back in the profit zone, almost a 3% gain for the year. The good news is, and of course, Lucid. This is what I always compare myself to because obviously everyone thinks Cathie Wood is the darling of the of stocks, and her year to date she's down like 11%. So I know what it's like to be down. We were down for a while there. Let's see if we do year to date for Cathie Wood. She started the year at right here at $142 a share, and she's at $112 a share. So Cathie Wood is not having. Here we go. Year-to-date total return was down negative 3%. So she's not having a good year, just like the Raja didn't have a good year. But I think she's going to come back. We're all going to come back, especially if Tesla. It was interesting. So Tesla with this move. What do you think about this? Tesla's going to move to Texas, but the stock after hours today is actually down. So, interesting. And Tesla, it ran during the day, but after hours with the news on that. The other day, Tesla really got going. It was moving around and stuff. So, lots of fun stuff out there. Of course, big shout out to all my Patreon members, and thank you guys for all your support. All my trades real time, I post them there for you guys. So hope you guys have been keeping track of them and doing just as well as me. But we're like I said, we're gonna make some money. We got basically 12 weeks left this year, so hopefully we can make $2 million, $3 million between. I don't know if we can finish. Hopefully we can finish the year. My goal is to finish the year at all-time highs. So if we can get the account to about $7.5, $8 million. We will be knocking on the door somewhere around our highs, and 8 million would be nice. 60% gain for the year. I want more than that, and like I said, those meme stocks, you never know. I like to gamble. I could do something a little crazy, but I'm going to try and stay focused for you guys because, like I said, this is Raja Makes Money, not Raja Gambles. And if you want to see me gamble crazy, I got the big jackpot channel for it. But if I keep making millions of dollars over here in the stock channel, I can gamble a lot more. So, Bitcoin, guys, look at this. Bitcoin up to 55,800 today. So I am shocked it's bouncing back so much. Like I said, I'm blown away by the whole thing, but makes no sense to me. Coinbase, our account's up to 71,433 bucks. Refresh it, 400. We just lost $30 since the last refresh, but we don't have any Bitcoin in the account right now. I wish we did. I don't know. It'd be interesting if we probably would have bought 50,000 a month in Bitcoin like we thought we were going to do or talked about. We'd probably be about even right now because we would have had a couple of months where it was 60,000, 55, 60, and we would have had some months at 40. I don't know, we'd probably be up a little bit. But we didn't do that, didn't work out, and such is life. Other news going on outside of Tesla, like I said, the deal on the debt ceiling, so that's why the markets are coming back. You got earnings starting in a week. It'll be interesting. GM backed cruise targets 1 million self-driving vehicles by 2030. And GM yesterday had a bunch of news. The automakers are just flying and stuff with the news. If you saw GM and Ford and all of them saying that they're going to double in sales, like 220 billion or something, or 230 billion in 10 years. I don't know. Crazy numbers, but definitely did really good on the stock. It's getting back near its highs. I bet Ford's probably also coming back strong, 14, 15, yeah, almost 15 bucks. Look at that, guys. Ford back up near its highs. So lots of stuff going on, but what do you guys got for me? I was just so excited. I wasn't going to go live today, and I said, you know what? I got to go live today because we are back in the black or green, whichever color. I don't know. We have to choose a color. Do you guys want? Should we just say we're back in the black or we're back in the green? We got to pick a color to use. But super excited. So what do we got? Hot Shot Greg says hashtag Raja. Thank you so much. Make Money says, wow, did you sleep yet? A little bit. I got about 5 hours to sleep. Honestly, if I sleep more than 4 or 5 hours a night, it's just too much sleep for me. So. Jeremy says makes sense. So hopefully you understand. Hopefully everyone understands what I'm up to. Out of service, Quick Hundy Slots Keno Nation. Not sure what that means. Makes money. It's just like Dragon League, up and down. Markets are like a roller coaster. Thank you, Satoshi, for the hashtag Raja. What else we got? Did you make money? Did you break even in Vegas? Unfortunately, I lost money in Vegas. So at one point in Vegas, I was up about $80,000, and unfortunately, I lost about $50,000 in Vegas. So that's why I was debating. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. Late last night, Jackie convinced me. She's like, we gotta just go for it. Got to go for it. We'll make that money. And she goes, and if you don't make that money, it's okay because you're gonna make at least $50,000 in the market tomorrow, so it's not a big deal. I said, okay, makes sense. Nah, I just want to have some fun. So it's always good to have a little fun and stuff and see where it goes. Alan, CEI stock is my swing trade. Been printing me. Made over 30K on this stock, Raj. CEI is the play tomorrow, quick day trade or scalping. What do you think, CEI? Well, I'd love to know, Alan, why you think this is a big play, energy sector. Obviously, it was any stock that's up 95%. But like I've said, and I've watched a lot of these meme stocks, and like I'll make a move, here again and stuff. But if they go up after hours, they seem to go up the next day. Like we've seen, and there's some follow through. If they aren't up after hours or really running, as well as if the volume isn't too crazy, they don't seem to follow through. So. This one, I mean, obviously, pull up like a month chart. I mean, it's run before. It's come back from the $4.85. Been as low as 33 cents. It ran hard today. Sometimes these meme stocks they get picked back up a couple of weeks later. Sometimes they don't. You guys remember this stock here at Clover? This thing was $28.85. The Raja thought at $21 he was gonna, it was gonna bounce back, and at 17 and 16, and Raja lost, $2 million on that one. It was horrible. Sometimes they don't bounce back, and this one has popped up. Remember 2 weeks ago it popped up to like $10 or $11, and they're right back down. So you definitely have to watch these because they move fast, and you got to be very careful. So my CEI is a crapshoot. Here's my thing: if you're up $30,000, take half of it out. So no matter what, you're up 15 grand, and let the rest gamble, as they like to say. Christopher says we should use green. All right. So we'll call it green. I like that. Kenneth says green means money. And what's up? Nancy and Scratch Queen 407 in the house. Let's see. Scratch Queen, you did great. I did great the first day in Vegas. Unfortunately, the second day I did not do great. Penny D, hoping to finally get out of Sandile as they acquired Alcana and stock rises. How was Sandile? That was like 60 cents, 70 cents. Where's that one at? So that's 60 cents. A big after hours run. Nice little pop there. We'll hopefully get out, make some money, Penny D. And my company, AppLovin, that I told you guys about, they are up today huge, 8 points today. At one point, they're up, 10% today. They had big news. They're acquiring another company, app company, for $1.8 billion or $1.2 billion, something like that. It says here. They're at 1.05 million. Yeah, Twitter sells app company Mopub to AppLovin. So big acquisition, really helped it a lot, as well as all the changes with Apple and stuff are helping it. This is that one I told you guys about. This one's going to be good. I almost played some. I have to be careful. I got to avoid insider trading and stuff. So got to be careful with some of these. But this one, AppLovin, guys, I think this one's going to keep going higher. I like it a lot. I also still like Monarch a lot. This one here is not Inside Trader. This one is just from a customer who goes there and can see how busy they're, well, especially here in Colorado and even Atlantis and Reno. But I can tell you right now, they're the busiest Colorado casino. It reminds me of going to Tampa. They're so busy. Not obviously the money isn't like Tampa, but and it's not as big as Tampa, Hard Rock, where they just print money. But I think this one's a gold mine here, and it's sneaking back up there to those highs. It was probably a really good buy when it was down here in this lower 60s, but. I still like this one a lot, and I think this one goes higher and stuff. Christopher, been playing puts on BBIG. Your thoughts? Good premium. Probably is a good premium because it moves so much, but that's what happened. If you guys remember IDEX, and there was another one, Raja's at 5.25. I thought I was printing money, selling the $5 put to open for 60 cents. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. $5. Give me how many shares do we have? Like 180,000. Give me 1,800 contracts. If this is easy money, 90. I'm gonna make $80,000. Stocks at $5.30, and before you know it, the stock now is under $2. We didn't lose a ton of money on that one because we hedged it a few times. The other problem with it was here, there's a chart on that one year to date. But yeah, remember this one? I got up here and I was like, oh, this is a gold mine. It's $5.50. We held on to that one long. We kept hedging it. Same thing with BBIG. I mean, obviously, this one I got crushed on. This is just another one of those stocks. I mean, why is it? Obviously, it wasn't worth this, and it's come way down. But why is it worth more than $3? So, if they have weekly puts on it, and you know what you're doing, and you're watching it, you can do some. The thing is, like I said, Lucid's going to come back. Lucid is an actual business that has stuff going on. This stuff like this one and Jaguar, and we sold some puts on our calls on Jaguar to trying to hedge it, but even look at Jaguar is down to about 65 cents a share, pre-split. But what do we? So okay, so they do have the weeklies on this one. So all right, so BBIG at actually, I mean, it's not moving as large of things, but I mean, well, the 5-cent one tomorrow is nothing. I definitely wouldn't play the 5.50 because it's already in the money at 5.34, so you're getting 15 cents. Next week, the thing is, this thing could be $3. So and you guys have seen this with my hedges. Like I said, you have to hedge stuff, especially like with like Lucid. But even I made millions on Lucid. Thank God, it's covered us on all these other meme plays. But as you saw with my hedges, it's also cost me a couple $1 million on Lucid. And it's kind of like the same thing on this. You think you're doing great, or you're like, oh, this is easy money. 7 days to stay above $4. 8 cents, and so you sell 1,000 contracts to make $8,000, and all of a sudden this thing is $3.50, and you're down $40,000-$50,000. And like I also have said, the problem is with an account my size, you want to be able to make enough percentage gains a week that it's worth your time. Now, here's the thing: if you want to just whet your appetite, or you've never really played puts before, yeah, sell 10 contracts, get $8 and or $80, and I mean, thing goes to $3. Your worst case scenario is your $80 that you got. Your $80 is a $800 loss. It's not the end of the world. It wouldn't be fun, but you're risking very little. You're risking a lot to make very little, and that's why I like Lucid right now with the premiums, and I still like it. And Lucid's going to stay strong with the premiums because of all the news and everything going on with the cars. So when you look at it, like the puts to open over here, so obviously tomorrow is at 20 cents, and I could have done the 70, the 25s, but like I said, I don't want to have that headache. You could have gone to the 23s to be safer. It's the same thing like for rolling out for next week. I could roll down to the 23s and 3,000 contracts at 50 cents or 47 cents. It'd be 130, 140,000, but I don't mind gambling a little bit. And I mean, if you really want to gamble, if you think Lucid's going to go, above 25, I mean, God, if I wrote 3,000 contracts at $1.42, it's going to be almost a $500,000 a week for a $450,000, gain. So it's just, what is that risk appetite worth? All right, I could do 2,000 contracts here and 1,000 here. I don't know. Like I said, you've got the volatility in there. And, if I was a gambling man, I'll probably go to the 25, not next week. And also remember, guys, we always do good on those 4-day weeks. Next week's a 4-day week, so probably won't be much. Then earnings kick off after next week. Probably this week here, if the premiums look good, this is where that 25 may look, appealing. If Lucid stays solid in this 24 or above, now if Lucid went to 26, I would definitely go to the 25, but like I said, you got to really watch these. You can also just do a longer term play. If you don't want to make trades, we can go out 22 days. Let's say tomorrow you go out 3 weeks. You write to 20. Let's say you did do the 25, 3,000 contracts for the next. If hopefully Lucid would be above $25 in 3 weeks. 3,000 contracts be $600,000. So you make $200,000 a week average. So. It's just all different ways to play it. It's just kind of, what is that risk worth to you? So to me, it's what we're doing. I like what we're doing, and this is also where you can kind of see the volatility in the premiums. So let's say for next week, Lucid let's say Lucid drops heavily. So let's just for fun take the 28. Lucid is at $24.38. The 28 gives it a value of $24.25. There's only a 14 cents premium, and Lucid is 4 points out of away from it, because that is a lot. When it is, it's almost a 15-20% move. Now the stock can move obviously 100%, 50% in a week, no problem, or in a day, and 20% in a day. But this is why you have to kind of stay in this range, because look at this. So Lucid, like for next week, it's not even at $24. It's above $24, and it's 86 cents. At $25, the premium, is $1.42. So if we take this math here, so if we take $25 at $1.42, so it's already in the money by 65 cents. So you're getting about 80 cents. So these are very similar. But like I said, when it starts to get further away, you take like the 27. That's $2.60 out of the money. The premium on this one's only 34 cents. Plus, you also run the risk of it getting put to you. If it gets put to you, then you're going to have, kind of like what happened with me when they had that name change, and we would have, same thing, we would have made a lot more money, but it's just every once in a while stuff doesn't work out well for me. But you never know. Hopefully it will. So, Jay Week says, we saw you and the beautiful girlfriend at Cosmo on Tuesday. So cool. And you hit a 22K jackpot. Like I said, yeah, Tuesday was on fire, and then Wednesday just went kapoop. Alan, Rocket Lab is my long-term hold, RKLB. I could cash out 15K profit, but I think it's going to be 100 plus stock 2 years from now. Great company, Raja. So this would be one thing, RKLB. So if you think it's going to be a $100 stock, RKL, there's something called leaps, if it is option, which it looks like it is. So instead of tying up your money, and I don't know, the stock's at $15, so you have a $15,000 profit. So I'll just show you something. I'm just going to take some guesses. You tell me if I'm right. RKLB. So if you have $15,000 profit, where's this one? There we go. The stock has been as high as $21, as low as $9.50. So you must have about three. So you either have probably 3,000 or 5,000 shares. If you have 5,000 shares, you're up $3 a share. You're into this thing around $12, $12.50, or you have like 3,000 shares, and you're up at $5. You got it in at the lows. But when you look at this stock, it's kind of like a meme stock too. This kind of was this $10 stock, and then it ran. So my guess is you must have got in, maybe got in at the 3,000 shares. If you like the stock, there's something called leaps. So if you really think that this stock is going to be $100, you can go all the way out. How many years did you say? In 2 years from now. So let's go out 2 years from now. Let's go out to 2024. Okay. It doesn't even go above $25 right now. But if you think this stock is going to, be $100, instead of tying up, because even if you have to put up 50% margin. But do the math on this, and let me explain this. And I don't know, let's just look at the 471 days. So, and you can see here, between a whole year is only $1. If you take the ask $3.90 to $5, it's only $1.10 for an entire year. So, I mean, obviously for $1.10, you might as well take the extra 365 days. But let's do the math here. If you had 3,000 shares of this stock right now at $15 and you have your profit, you could take your profit and you're out of it, and you have, especially if you own it cash, that's cool. But if you're on margin or something, you're paying interest. If you think the stock is $100 in 2 years, why don't you buy 300 contracts of the 25 at $5 for the same amount of money? Actually, not for less money. Just take your $15,000 in profit, get rid of the stock, buy 300 contracts, $5, 15 grand. If this stock is $100 in 2 years, you're going to have 3,000 shares times $75 a share minus your 5. So you're going to make $210,000 in 2 years off of your 15,000. Otherwise, or whatever you have, if you have the 3,000 shares. Otherwise, you're going to be just sitting on this for a very long time and make a lot. This would be my play. Why? So, and that's why, if you're really bullish on it, or you can do the 1 year one, you can go lower, all sorts of stuff here. I mean, you could do the 15 right where it's at for $10. The other thing too is if once you own this one, so you like with the calls, you can sell calls against it. This is what I was talking about with those hedges. So that's the $25 one. Unfortunately, it doesn't trade. They don't have $25 strikes. So let's say you came out to like January, a couple of months from now, you could do a $20 one and hedge it down. You would have to lay the money out in between the $5. And if the stock was above 2150 here, then you would, start going into the negative on your hedge. But if the stock was 2150, your $5 is probably about $8 or $9. So it all works out. And you have a whole year or 2 years to keep hedging it. Every week, you just keep rolling out that 21. And, if it goes up more, you go to the 22. And you're always going to make money because of that, usually for every dollar is 40, 50 cent spread. So if you understand hedging and you understand how to play these, you can do tremendous in them. So NASCAR out. I still remember Lucid when it announced the merger on 1/11, 2021. It didn't spike that fast. I was expecting it to halt and then gap up higher, $7 per share. It just grinded higher that day on the announcement. Well, they didn't announce the merger until it was running, and then they announced the merger like in February or March, and that's when it just tanked. It was like $60 that I remember because I had got out of a lot of it, and we were at all-time highs at that, and that was the day I went to Choctaw, and I was so excited, and then all of a sudden it just tanked. Yeah, it got up to like $64, and by the end of that day on right here on February 15th, I remember it very well, day after Valentine's Day. It was all the way up there, and by that was February 15th, and by February 22nd, it's $30. So. Not sure on the what day did you say, the 2011th? January 11th, it was like $18, and that was all the rumors that just kept it going and going. I'm like, how high can this thing go? But it's kind of like my first taste of the meme stuff. Well, besides GameStop back there, it's also interesting to look at GameStop, guys. I think it keeps it's up a little bit today, but it's sneaking down again. This thing could be on its way to plummet again. Be interesting. Same with AMC, but AMC will probably have some hype next week. You got the new James Bond movie opening up, so. Could be good. See how that goes. Mike says that was a great breakdown on that RKLB you just gave. Thanks, Raj. You're very welcome. Hopefully, guys, it makes sense. If you guys have questions, to any of my Patreon members, if you ever have questions in our Patreon group, just feel free to post them. I'll happy to help answer them, and I'll answer stuff on the show too. But if you need any extra hand holding or something, don't be ashamed. Feel free to reach out. You can also message me on Patreon with them. But like I said, if you understand the hedging and you do it right, like I said, I understand it. It's just timing, and you'll make money with it. You just limit your profits, and when something runs, and like I said, when I hedged some of that stuff, I didn't. How many people when Lucid woke up that day, and Lucid went from $20, $21 to $16.50, bounced back to $18. How many thought it was going to be $28 2 weeks later? I sure did not. I was happy at $23, $24, to be out of there. Imagine like right now, guys, if we would have still had, and I didn't get out of those, and because like I said, I know how Lucid works now. But imagine like next week, guys, look at those $25 calls next week. They're 80 cents, which I'm still shocked they're that high. But we got them at $3 and stuff, and of course these $24 calls we were selling, or 26 this week. This stuff, like I said, when it moves fast. Look, these 25 still tomorrow are 16 cents, but how at the end of tomorrow these are going to be worthless. It's crazy when this stuff moves. So always just like I said, like I said, have questions, feel free to ask, and definitely take a look at it. NASCAR all out. You're right. The news on 1/11/21 was just that Lucid was in talks to list via Michael Kleinsbeck. So. Christopher Leroy, good move getting out of eHealth play. Yeah, that one, that's another one. I know it's going to come back down, and it touched its lows, and then, just has spiked up, and obviously it's up today, was actually pretty strong for it, $43. I still think this one is going to come down again, but for right now, we're going to stay away from it. We're going to not worth the headaches to me. So, but hey guys, thank you so much. If it's your first time watching, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you're watching me on YouTube, and if you're watching on Facebook, click that follow button. Make sure you got your notifications and everything clicked. because if you don't, you're not going to know I'm live. And come on, guys, help me get to 10,000 followers on YouTube. We're so close, a couple of hundred away. Let everyone know about it. Raja Makes Money. And I will see everybody same time, same place tomorrow. And best of luck in the market.